Welcome back to my Keep Up channel. Fears for Heather Locklear, 61, as she's seen making her way across building ledge in flip-flops, making strange faces, and staring into space as she talks to herself after leaving hour-long meeting. There are serious concerns for Heather Locklear's welfare after the Melrose Place actress, 61, was seen behaving erratically in Malibu, California, last Thursday. The TV star, whose battles with mental health issues and addiction are well documented, was pictured trying to balance along the ledge of an office building wearing a pair of flip-flops and gripping onto pillars for support. Worried friends say troubled Locklear may have started drinking again after numerous stints in rehab. DailyMail.com spotted Locklear being dropped off by a man believed to be her fiancé, former motocross racer Chris Heiser, about 1 p.m. for an undisclosed appointment that lasted an hour. When she emerged from the building, she kept Heiser waiting in his car and was seen making her way along the ledge of the building and sprinting across the street. Locklear, who wore army fatigue sweatpants and an off-the-shoulder t-shirt, sat at the top of a staircase for a while where she read from a journal and began talking to herself while looking distressed. Video shows the actress looking bewildered as she sat at the top of the steps reading from her personal journal. At one point she is seen pointing angrily to something written in the diary and gesticulating in an animated fashion before pushing it firmly back into her purse. She sat for a lengthy period of self-reflection at the top of the stairs. During her balancing act, Locklear, who people reported in 2019 had been to rehab more than 20 times, looked nervous as she steadied herself by holding on to pillars in order to avoid a steep drop into the parking lot and dumpster below. Eventually, after well over an hour by herself, Locklear ran over to Heiser, 61, who had waited patiently in the car. He appeared happy to give her the space she wanted, and the pair drove off together in his SUV. DailyMail.com broke the news in 2020 that 3 years after rekindling her relationship with her high school sweetheart, Locklear accepted Heiser's proposal. She has been going steady with her on-off beau since cleaning up her act following a highly publicized stint in rehab. The pair dated in the late 1970s at Newbury Park High School, went through multiple marriages and have had their share of ups and downs since getting back together in the fall of 2017. The couple were an item before Heather went on to marry rockers Tommy Lee from 1986 to 1993 and Richie Sambora from 1994 to 2007, with whom she has a daughter, Ava, 25. But now new fears are enveloping Heather, who starred in shows throughout the 1980s and 90s including Dynasty, T.J. Hooker and Spin City. It's been Ava's steadfast support of her mother that was said to have helped the star get sober in 2019. Ava reportedly had a front-row seat to her mother's fall from grace that kicked off with a DUI after she and Sambora split in 2006. The next decade was filled with hospitalizations, several arrests, and the stints in rehab. In February 2018, she was arrested for domestic violence and for battery against a police officer who attended the incident at her mansion in Thousand Oaks, California. In June, she was arrested again for allegedly verbally and physically abusing an ambulance EMT who responded to her home following a call for help. Then in November 2018, she was placed on a 5,150 hold, where patients can be hospitalized for 72 hours if it is determined they are a danger to themselves or others, after her therapist determined that she was experiencing a mental breakdown. In August 2019, Locklear pleaded no contest to 8 misdemeanor counts, 5 counts of battery on a peace officer, 1 count of battery on an emergency medical personnel, and 2 counts of resisting, obstructing or delaying a peace officer. These involved 2 separate incidents when cops were called to her Thousand Oaks home after complaints of fights with Heiser. She was ordered to complete a 30-day residential rehab stay in a mental health facility with a 120-day jail sentence suspended. Source: the-sun.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.